is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Hi, I'm Bran, and I love the Chicken Sisters.
Hi, I'm Jax, and I like the Chicken Sisters.
I'm Dan, and I despise the Chicken Sisters, and this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Oh, boy.
Everybody, welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome.
We're joined by Jax in her pajamas.
Oh wait, no, this is my most complimented item of clothing, complimented solely by women, I will say.
Okay,
Men don't like it. Men don't like it. Women
You
can't
were
do
doing
it.
a dance, and I thought you had pajamas on. That's on me. I'm sorry.
No.
It is a very fun blouse.
It is. Yes.
No, I actually can see why you would think that, though.
But I also,
no,
I can't believe we just started by talking about what Jax is wearing.
I didn't do
I'm
it this
sorry.
time.
I'm sorry. We're recording way earlier than normal, and I thought you joined us
Jax,
in your jams. That's all.
No. The thing is, no, I don't mind at all. Also, this is my most peacocking item. If I wear this shirt, I get
Sure.
attention from women.
All
Okay.
And it's not just like, oh, I like your shirt. It's like aggressive and wonderful. It's not sexual.
Do you mind giving
In
us a
case you
tour
were-
of your shirt? Like, what are
Now
those
that,
items?
You can't do that.
What are those? Those are
Give
bugs?
us a tour of your shirt.
In-
What is
So we
this?
have they're bugs. So we
Sure.
have a little bumblebee, and then we have a ladybug. That's good luck.
Okay.
Then we have a butterfly, several kinds of butterflies. And then just when you think it's just insects and bugs, you're like, is that some corn? Is that a piece of corn? Yes, it is.
Where'd this
Of
shirt?
course.
Where'd this blouse
Yeah.
come from? This is not Queen of Sparkles.
No
but
way.
Is this Queen
No,
of
no.
Bugs?
You know it's not Queen.
Queen of Bugs.
Queen of
No,
Bugs.
Queen of Bugs was when I was nannying 10 years ago and I had lice for 4 months straight. That was Queen of Bugs.
Sure.
I can't even. If somebody says lice, I have to scratch my head.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Have y'all had it?
I've never
Not-
had it.
no.
Knock on wood.
No.
Never
My
had it.
wife got it the week of Bramblefest from a kid she was treating, and I thought I was going to have to literally miss Bramblefest. And then she went and got that treatment, that immediate treatment, and then I had to go and get fully checked out. It was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing.
And my
Well,
head,
she
like
should
you
feel
hear your
good
wife
about it.
has lice, and you just immediately are like, "Ugh." Yeah.
You hear your wife has lice and you immediately start to focus on yourself.
That's
right.
exactly
You get
right.
it?
That's exactly right.
She's already getting taken care of, Jax.
What
What am I supposed to do about
yeah.
that? She's already there.
She's too far gone.
She's getting the treatment. What am I
Right.
supposed to do?
getting
Your
the
head starts
treatment.
itching.
I would imagine lice with longer hair is just more of an ordeal.
Yeah.
Yeah, the family that I was sitting for, what happened was it was me, the daughter, and the mom, and they had both have curly, gorgeous hair, and we just kept passing it back and forth to each other until we finally went to a very expensive place called the Hair
Yes.
Fairies, which was $3,000. I didn't pay, obviously, because I was the nanny.
$3,000.
Yeah, and they
That's the hair
treated all
fairies,
of us.
though. That's
It's the Hair Fairies.
I mean,
The
it
Hair
wasn't
Fairy.
called the Hair Fairy, but down here in Greenville, I think it cost my wife $200 to get the immediate treatment. Plus, they would check anyone else that she had been in contact with. So like that
Wait, that's
$200
how?
covered the whole thing. Yeah,
That's actually,
So
so
they
they
did the whole
would
thing.
check everyone else that she had been in contact
Yes.
with.
that's right.
Wow.
Yes, if they came in.
Wow.
The Hair Fairies.
That's right. It wasn't the Hair Fairies.
I mean, but it
it
might
was
as well
some
be.
place off of Roper Mountain Extension
Yeah.
who does this. That's why
They don't have as cute, they don't have as cute of a name, but that's okay.
They
Hair
don't-
Fairy
no.
is 100% really fun.
Yeah, it
Like a
sounds like
really
a much
fun-
more fun time than what it actually
It's
is.
what if it's
It's a
they like
misleading title.
they like cut. What if it's like the Tooth Fairy equivalent, right? They come in the middle of the night, they treat your hair, and then they leave you a quarter. Like I think that's pretty nice.
I don't know.
So all
And
that
a bill for
all that to
$3,000
say,
or whatever
The
it
Bug
was.
Fairy is that the where'd you get your
This-
shirt?
I'm doing, which they should sponsor the podcast. We should talk to them.
100%.
I'm
I'll
doing
reach out.
A new subscription service called Newly, where you can
Newly.
rent clothes.
It's like a Stitch
and
Fix.
It's like
You-
rent the
yeah.
runway.
Oh, it's like rent.
It's
okay.
like Rent the Runway, but like instead of it being Rent the Runway is a lot of like gowns and very professional clothes. This is my kind of professional
Bug
outfit.
stuff. Yeah.
Bug stuff.
Rent the
The
runway.
kind of, yeah.
Gowns. Newly
is professional pajama outfit.
Professional pajama outfits with bugs and corn all over them.
Yeah,
That's right.
100%. I love so much that they were like, we got a lot of bugs, but should we like diversify it?
Maybe a corn cob there just
Let's
to be safe.
cob it.
The bugs got to have something to eat, you know?
And I got to be honest, this is a really great time for us to bring up the fact that we're now available to watch everywhere. You can find us on the YouTube. You go to deckthehallmark.com, and it's probably the easiest way to find it.
love it.
Every episode has its own page that also has the video and the audio, depending on how you want to.
And subscribe to that link and just click on a few ads while you're at it. Buy you a fun truck.
Just click on, buy yourself a fun truck. But yes, you will be able to see Jax's bugs.
Yeah.
For free.
Yeah.
Jack,
Shall we talk
Also, the live interviews, I have found myself.
That's right. 24/7 live interviews
That's
over
right.
on our YouTube. It's running all the time, and so you can check that out. Dive deep into interviews that I forgot that we did, which is always fun. We're talking Chicken Sisters today, season 2, episode 4, which is ironically called "Let Your Hair Down, Y'all," perhaps because of lice. I don't know.
You gotta be.
It wasn't a storyline.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't a storyline in this episode, but maybe it should have been. And it originally premiered on the Sunday. What was that? The August 31st is what that would have been. And it went a little something like this. The episode kicks off with lots of strawberries. Making a good strawberry preserve, it takes time, y'all. You know what I mean?
Takes time, you get it.
Gus is out and about, having to deal with the railroad arm herself, giving Nancy even more fuel for her fire against getting that sucker fixed. Amanda tells Sergio that she has a new nickname for him. It is Biscuit, because he's good at getting people out of jams.
Ugh.
It's good.
Is it?
Sparks are flying once again, folks. Jag from Jag pays for all the wine for May's bachelorette party. It's going to be a fancy party, and she is overjoyed for this. Nancy is still trying to get signatures for the railroad arm project, but people don't seem nearly as eager to fix it as she thought that they would be. Maybe it is her delivery. Frank Jr. is trying to convince his boss to let him make good chicken. The boss loves the chicken, but not the idea, because at the end of the day, it's all about the Benjamins. Then the fish arrives. That's right, folks. The fish has arrived.
Fish on the Chicken Sisters.
She comes in to try the chicken after seeing it on Chicken Clash, and she asks to pay her compliments to the chef in person. And then, plot twist, it turns out that she is Sergio's ex-wife.
Uh-oh.
In the show, the fish's name is Nikita, so I will respect her as such. And she asked Sergio to come be the head chef at a new restaurant that she is starting. Jay visits Gus to help write his wedding vows. He wants to know more about what she was like as a kid, and she's happy to talk about it. May welcomes all of her friends to her fancy bachelorette party. Her friends just want to drink the wine that they like, but May's not having it. There's an order to these events, and there's an order to these wines. This is a fancy party. When she overhears her friends and sister joking about how uppity up this party is, she kicks everyone out. Sergio meets up with Nikita to hear more about her ideas. Meanwhile, Amanda gathers all of the girls back together to throw May a make-good bachelor party, doing something that May will definitely scavenger hunt. It's the complete opposite of a fancy wine party. Frank Jr. does the math and realizes that it's only going to cost 2 cents more to make good chicken. His boss is shocked that it's so little. Maybe there's something there. What Frank is keeping a secret, though, is that it is the same recipe that the Chicken Sisters use. Amanda, May, and their friends have a great night out until Amanda sees Sergio and Nikita kissing across the street. What she doesn't hear is him saying no to both the restaurant and to Nikita trying to get with him again. Amanda and May share a heart-to-heart with each other. Gus is cleaning up the restaurant when Clayton comes in, and they slow dance together. Sergio deletes Nikita's do not answer contact card from his phone just as Amanda texts him and says, hey, be with Nikita. I can't compete with that. And that, my friends, was The Chicken Sisters, Season 2,
Episode
Episode 4.
4.
Let
Get
your hair down, y'all.
We did it.
We did do it.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Sorry,
I'm okay.
go ahead.
Got a bug in my
I
throat.
just tried to match your energies.
Thank you. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about this episode here on Deck the Hallmark. We're back. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. We're talking The Chicken Sisters Season 2, Episode 4, Let Your Hair Down, y'all. We are halfway through the season, if you can believe it. Let's share our thoughts on this episode. We're going to start with a hot take, and I will start with
It's
you,
only
Jax.
8 episode season.
It's only an 8 episode
I thought it was
season.
10. It's only 8?
Wow. That's my understanding.
Okay. All right.
You can correct me if I'm wrong.
No. You would know.
I would know as much as I could know, but
No,
I
that's
could be
not true.
wrong. Let's get to it. Jax, what'd you think of Let Your Hair Down, y'all?
It is an 8 episode season.
Thank you.
Yes.
What'd you think, Jax?
We'll get into the nitty gritty.
I love a nitty gritty.
A little later when I get to talk about what enraged me, but I will say that overall, I mean, I love this episode, you guys. And like, here's the thing. We know Providence Falls had very low ratings. And sometimes it's the thing of, it feels like we're not allowed to have nice things.
Yes.
I know, right? And I know there are problems with the Chicken Sisters. I get it. But I see Hallmark trying to innovate and do like the next good thing. And I just want to say, like, let's please support the show. Like, I love these actors and I'm just really excited about it.
Now, what did you hate about it?
But before we get to what you hate about it, Jax, the Providence Falls did have terrible ratings, which is unfortunate because it's the best thing that they've released as a whole this year. But then they aired a movie after it that got double those ratings, the 6th highest movie or cable watch thing of the week, or 6th highest
And
thing
what was
Hallmark's
that, Dan?
released all year. And I forgot the name of it, but what was the name of that thing?
Guys, that was Jacqueline Collier presents Double Scoop.
Jacqueline Collier presents Double Scoop.
Just as linear TV is dying, Jax comes in to save it.
Jax comes in and it's like, I'll give you 1 million live viewers, over 1 million.
I have to say, it's my hometown that really, even with only 6,000 people,
That's right.
all of them watched it.
But over 1 million people in August watching a Hallmark movie live. Maybe Jax should have been in Providence Falls.
Well,
I don't know.
What I will, obviously, I think Taylor, Ryan, the whole cast, they're all great. But what I will say is there was a funny moment when I was looking at some of the feedback on, the Facebook page like you do. And it was like, oh, finally, Hallmark giving us what we need. None of that Providence Falls stuff. And I was like, wait, was I in a bad? Wait, I was in a bad movie. And I kid.
You were in an old Hallmark movie.
No.
I think you'd agree with that. You were in
completely. And I just want to say, I don't think it was a bad movie. I loved it. I think Taylor and Ryan are great, cast, crew, everyone. But there is that thing, right? Of like, I really want Hallmark to be, yes, those old staples, but I do want it to be wholesome content that is also like truly open-hearted, truly diverse, truly progressive. And I see that with the Chicken Sisters. So I had a blast with this episode. The bachelorette party was so fun. We have a queer-coded character that's getting a little bit more screen time. Thank you, Lea Peterson. You are killing the game. And look, the fish is hot, and I could watch her all day long. So you know what? It was a good episode. It was a good episode.
Yeah, we're doing things, and I got to be honest. It was a big concern heading into the season where it's like, well, what are they gonna do? Like they've done the competition, they did the thing, and there's a lot of things that could go wrong this season. And I think, all things considered, it is this has been a very solid half of a season without all of the drama of season 1. I think we're all right to be concerned about what could happen with the show. And what we have now is just a really great character-led show with storylines that, like, at the end of the day, aren't nearly as dramatic as what we got in season 1, but are as compelling, if not more, with some of these storylines. And so I really applaud this show and the writers and the actors for what they've done with a show that's it's just different than season 1.
It's different.
It's different, but it's really good. I really liked this episode. It was a lot of fun, big laughs. And there's some elements of it that's, like every episode, I could probably take or leave some of the elements of the episode, but overall, really fun, really good time. And I'm just surprised that the show is still pulling me in without the angle of the rivals and the TV show and stuff.
Yeah.
They're doing
Which
a great
looks
job.
like they might be trying to bring that back.
They're doing yes, potentially.
Yeah.
But good episode, Dano.
This is the best episode of the season. I will say this. I believe it was last week. Sometimes it feels like it's more than a week between episodes that we review here. I don't want to. But last week, I believe I said I've reset my expectations for what this show is supposed to be and realized that they're just kind of meandering and we're just supposed to have a character-driven show, not the rivalry we had last season. And in doing so, it's made this a lot more enjoyable. I would also submit that the best episodes are probably May and Amanda centric episodes. Mm-hmm. This one is no exception. There's some great scenes here, some really funny lines here, some really good stuff that's happening. And if it wasn't for, and we'll get to this in the way, can we all agree the Railroad Arm's the dumbest plot line the show's ever done?
Oh yeah.
It's so stupid. Okay, I'm glad.
I keep thinking like it's gonna make way for a bigger thing, but I don't think that it is.
I got a little mad that they were like, Gus is a hoarder, but not really last season, and Wendie Malick is stuck with this bad plot line. And they actually have made Wendie Malick get to do the things Wendie Malick can do. To give Lea Thompson a railroad arm in a small town as her plot line should be against the law. So that sucks. And every scene,
Dan, it could be the salmon.
It could be the salmon. But I think we can all agree those scenes suck, and we're just trying. In retrospect, I would have fast forwarded those scenes to get to the stuff that I like. But everything else in this episode, clicking on all cylinders. May and Amanda are great. The actors are great. The bachelorette party was a ton of fun. Frank Jr. doing this thing with the chicken. Does it make a lot of sense? I don't know if it does, but I like it. I think it's fun. A lot to really like here. And as a meandering small town show that's character driven, this show's doing way more right than it's doing wrong. So good on them.
It's time for all the feels where we talk about what in this episode gave us feels. I'll start with you, Jax.
I don't think it is just because I'm in my luteal phase, although I'm sure that does make my emotions a bit stronger.
Hey, Jax, can you?
Don't do it.
No?
The don't do it and then the no from Bran was amazing.
You keep going. You keep going.
Anyway.
Don't worry about me.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't worry about me.
If you know,
Jax is telling us what time of the month it is for her.
Oh, sick.
Oh my God.
Right on. Rock and roll.
I saved Bran from Googling luteal phase in like 10
amazing.
minutes.
Yeah, that was amazing. Bran, I couldn't love you more if you were my actual little brother. That was little brother energy, and
but you're younger than he is. That's crazy.
You are by a solid 20 years.
But I'm an old soul. But I'm a soul. I'm an old soul.
Old soul.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for reminding me of that.
Yeah. With the old soul with the bugs on her shirt.
That's right. I'm here to help.
When Amanda and May are having this conversation at the end, and Amanda tells her that she never needed to know her dad because she was always her mom. She was always like another parent to her, but that she should let her take care of her sometimes. I mean, I was crying because another thing that really I do like knowing the relationships in real life. I find it fascinating. And when Dan had mentioned last week how close Genevieve and Schuyler are, I don't know. I'm just between that and then like just this beautiful, full, rich scene. And what I'm interested in seeing explored most on screen is always, or has been lately, I should say, but truly, I think always, is female friendship and this bond of sisterhood. I just thought it was so heartwarming and lovely. And then, of course, the scene with Gus and May's fiance where she gets to talk about when May saved up for the prom dress and then she ended up working that night. My God, this show, Chicken Sisters, you're doing it. You're doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
It's working.
Wow.
It's working.
You know what? The character of Frank Jr. has been the one element of this show, specifically this season, that just hasn't quite clicked for me. But I felt like this episode was the right amount of Frank Jr. It was just enough to give me like, okay, I know what's happening here. I'm at least intrigued about what's going to happen with him using the chicken sister recipe, but it wasn't too much.
Too much.
I think we can all agree. Like, we're here, like, for all the reasons that Jax just said. Like, there's some great storylines here that don't involve Frank Jr. And occasionally Frank Jr. will come and it'll bring the show to a screeching halt. And I felt like in this episode, it was the right amount and it moved the show forward. And so
I don't think they know what to do with Frank Jr. or Rukiya Bernard's character. I don't think they know this year. Rukiya Bernard, I love the friendship thing, but I firmly believe Rukiya Bernard was amazing as the sniveling, sneaky reality show TV producer, and then they made her a friend, and that's cool. Girl power is great, but she was so good in that role, and I don't know if they know what to do with her now. My feels twofold. Number one, Sergio and Rhiannon Fish. You kidding me right now? I get it. I know who we're supposed to be pulling for. I know who we're supposed to be pulling for. That's not who I was pulling for. Are you joking? Like, what do you want from me as a human being watching this television program? Get these two back together. Oh my goodness. Let's keep Rhiannon Fish around if we can, but we're not gonna. It is whatever. And then second of all, the scene with May and Amanda, it's so good. Like, I didn't need two parents. I didn't ever miss my dad because I had two parents already. Come on. These two are just the moral fiber of the show. And what's great is that Wendie Malick and Lea Thompson are both really quality actors, the most esteemed actors on the show, but they get to do their thing because they don't have to carry the emotional weight and like the drive, or they're not the driving force of the program. That is May and Amanda. That's Genevieve Angelson and Schuyler Fisk. And they are crushing it. And when it veers away from them, I just care so much less. Great. Frank Jr.'s doing the recipe. Great. Rukiya's still in town. Great. All this other stuff are sideshows. They're just not interesting to me like these two sisters reconnecting and being sisters together are interesting to me. So that scene amazing. And then Sergio and Rhiannon Fish are, you kidding me right now? Come on.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get to the wait what, the chicken or fried,
chicken or fried,
and then the chicken of the week.
Still doing it.
So much to get to on the other side of the break here on Deck the Hallmark. Yeah, we are. Yeah. Thanks, Dan. Welcome back to everybody.
Loves Raymond. What are you saying? Welcome back to everybody?
To everybody.
Welcome back to everybody.
That's right. It's time for the Wait What. Is where we talk about what in this episode made us go, wait, what? I will kick it over to you, Jax. What you waiting on, what you wasn't?
So I will say, I want to preface this by saying that this isn't a critique on the storyline because I know why they had to do this, but I was in a rage. May has planned for herself this bachelorette party that is actually kind of lovely. Like it is a dinner that is taking them through her relationship with her beloved fiance that has like wine pairings and food. And yeah, is it a bit stuffy and is she a bit of a control freak about it? Sure. But the thing is like, hey, ladies, this bachelorette party, it ain't about you. It's about her.
Yep.
Preach, Jax.
Yep.
Preach.
It's a great wait what, Jax.
I was so mad, y'all. I was so mad but here's the thing. Do I think that it was fun to get to see that and to then transition into like the big fun bachelorette? Yes. In a storyline that wouldn't have got me mad, it would have been that she didn't want to do anything for her bachelorette party and they decided that she needed to do something. Like, I don't mind them forcing her out of her comfort zone, but I legitimately felt sad when she's like telling the story of their relationship and they're like, boring. Like,
Yeah, they were acting before she did the whole thing where you can't drink that wine with that. They were already had facial expressions like they'd rather be in jail. And,
yes.
And what kind of supportive friend are you if you can't do the thing your friend wants to do on their day? Like, come
100%.
on.
And I think it would have been funnier to me even if like they were really trying to go with it, and then she's like, "That's the wrong wine," and they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And then they just couldn't get it together because look at that crew. We've got Shawna, who is freaking hilarious. And when she said the line about how Nikita like was so gorgeous that she did a 360 and she's come back around and she's ugly again. I was like,
yeah, perfect.
Very funny.
Only okay because like the fish is like the hottest woman on the planet. So anyway, like all this really funny. You had this like embarrassment of riches in these quirky characters that I think it would have been better if it was coming from a heart-led place if they were trying, but these buffoons just can't get it together. So yeah, I just got really mad. I actually thought it was really sweet what May had put together. And also, of course, she feels like she needs to do it all herself because she's always had to do it all herself.
Yeah, of course. That would be that would be consistent with her character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything else, Jax?
No, that was just my big one.
Very good. So at one point earlier in the episode when Frank Jr. brings the chicken to his boss and his boss is like, it's not going to work out, money, blah, blah, blah. They do a close-up of Frank Jr. and the narration over top is like, that's the face of a man determined. And I would beg to differ. I believe that is the face of a man fully constipated. My guy was fighting for his life in that moment. That is not a man determined. Maybe determined not to let it out in his pants. Been there. But as somebody who has,
we know you have. We know you have.
Hey, it doesn't matter.
It's just like we don't. I know that we've done a gajillion episodes of Deck the Hallmark. I just feel like we don't need to stoop this low.
No, but I know you have, Fran. I know, and I know sometimes you've held it in, and I know sometimes you haven't been able to.
Yeah, thanks, Jack. I appreciate the support. And just know that I support you on your Lebanese schedule or whatever you said earlier. So she stands up, what's her name? Nancy stands up and gives the speech, right, about we're all going to do this. We all got to pitch in. And everybody stops eating, stops looking at her, including the kitchen staff. And I would ask the kitchen staff to please continue working.
Keep doing your thing.
This restaurant is jam-packed.
Yeah.
We cannot be falling behind. I would have been watching her and then look back and see the kitchen staff has stopped working and been like, hey guys, let's get it back.
Moving.
I'm waiting for my
going.
chicken.
Yeah.
You can't stop to listen to this speech. I did the obviously the sister conversation was wonderful. May does ask Amanda to stay until she falls asleep and then proceeds to fall asleep 1 second later and she walks out. Yeah, I thought it was going to be like a nice like sitting on the edge of the bed watching.
Yeah, we zoom out and then they go to the next.
She's
scene.
like, will you stay until I fall asleep? You betcha I will.
See you, sucker.
Very funny. And then I just want to, you know what, I want to talk about the phone number situation, but I'm going to save it for my chicken or fried.
Chicken or fried?
Dano?
Fair. Yeah, the railroad crossing arm doesn't deserve to be talked about, but I'm gonna because it's really, really dumb, and the way that it's taken over 10 minutes of this show is so stupid. But I can tell you right now, in a town where you need 300 whole signatures, there are enough pickup trucks in that town that would have run through and broken that railroad arm and it would have been fixed. It would have been done. Somebody late at night would have had a few beers. You never should get out and drive after you've been drinking, but they'd have done it in a small town. They'd have gotten out there with their F-250. They'd have run clear through the railroad arm, been like, I don't know who broke it, and they would have forced the county to fix it that way. That'd have been done. Done and done night one. It'd have been over. Just period. It would have been over. But then we find out not only is no one doing that in this small town in Georgia, I believe, but Lea Thompson is having trouble getting people to agree that it needs to be fixed. She is talking to people in a fried chicken restaurant who are pro Big Railroad?
It was that whole conversation with the guy who's like, I need to do my own research. What was that?
And then the woman who's
The
like, maybe
research
the
is-
railroad
yeah.
company is, there's a reason that it's messed up. Are you kidding me right now?
Get out of here.
There's no world where that town hasn't already been like, we're fighting this. Like, are you joking? It's so bad.
I get stuck behind a railroad arm like once a year, and it's the worst part of my year. Like, it sucks. If you had to do that all the time, it wouldn't matter how, like, if it was a part of the system or whatever, you would search for answers.
Yeah. Yeah. And then lastly, well, I've got another one. I may do it.
Okay.
Now. The fish shows up and she's like, I came here because of Kitchen Clash. And turns out that's a lie. But when she says she came here because of Kitchen Clash, Shawna is very surprised and then says that happens all the time, jokingly, hands her a menu and then does a fist pump. Were we to believe that that was the first person that had said, I came here because of Kitchen Clash? And at the very least, it doesn't happen often from that scene. And then we find out that's not why the fish was there to begin with. So my question is, and it would be a What the Hallmark, but we don't do that on this here program. Has the Kitchen Clash airing not helped anyone show up at the Chicken Sisters restaurant at all? Is
That's
that
what it seems like?
right?
Well, I'm legitimately wondering the fact that it is only one episode, and I'm thinking their restaurant is essentially in the middle of nowhere. Do I think it would have brought in a few people? Yes, but maybe it's not.
But when
The juice ain't worth the squeeze.
But when Guy Fieri goes to somewhere on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, it changes them forever. We were in
that's true.
Salt Lake City, and we ate at a cheesesteak restaurant that still had a TV in the background running the episode of Guy Fieri coming into their establishment, and it works. So if your restaurant is on TV in a positive light, the idea that no one would show up because they saw you on TV is crazy.
Especially if it was as dramatic as that episode seemed to be. Like, I want to go and see.
They want to see.
Yeah.
They want to see the hot Sergio.
For sure.
Give me Sergio.
Absolutely. That's all I got.
There would be people out in the old dining room that would be like, guys kiss? You guys kissing?
Yeah.
It'd be a whole thing. Let's get to chicken or fried. It's where we talk about things that are chicken us or frying us.
They're chicken us.
Jax, you understand this segment.
Now I do. I sure do.
Uh-huh.
I'm so fried. I am so excited just to see more of Shawna. Like, even she had so many really good lines this episode when she says something about your mama, and then she's like, the clapback doesn't quite work when you like the person's mama. She talks about the Haley's Comet of gossip. Also Rukiya Bernard, when she talks about those like little construction worker vests and says they're chic in a campy kind of way. Like, I'm here for this female friendship. Are they all going to be bridesmaids? What's going to happen? I am into this. So yeah, I'm really fried to see where this is going to go. Oh, I do have a question. Did Amanda actually send the text, or did she think about sending it?
I don't know the answer to that question.
I think
that's the goal.
I think they want you to not be sure. Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
I don't know. For some reason, I thought that she probably did, but it's a good,
it would make sense if she did, just from a standpoint of like moving the plot along, but it would also be very Hallmark for her not to have sent it. So,
I almost thought it makes more sense for her not to add to more frustration and confusion that I'm not into. But I'm not into that. Like, I don't want that. I think she should send it. So yeah, we'll see.
I am chicken because I am now concerned about Sergio. He had a good system in place, right? He had Nikita in his phone as do not answer. That is a good system.
Good system. Don't answer.
See it?
Don't
answer. What do?
Don't answer.
You don't answer. That's exactly right. He has now deleted her number. Not blocked it.
Nope.
Deleted it.
Worse.
So now anytime Nikita calls, it's just going to be the number, unless he has it memorized, which he could. But
there's going to be caller ID though. It's going to tell you exactly who it is.
And you should have blocked it.
There's a hierarchy, right?
Yes.
There's a hierarchy, and blocked is at the top.
Yeah.
And then do not answer is in the middle, and then deleting the number from your
That seems
contacts
like
is at
it's
the
just
bottom.
you're asking for trouble there.
He made it easier for her to reach out.
Yeah, you're asking for trouble there. Is all I'm
Right?
saying. No, Jax.
And let's all fingers crossed hope that trouble comes back.
We're all hoping
Yeah.
trouble comes
Why
back.
not?
Trouble's
So
got a name and it's
Yeah.
Fish.
I guess trouble's got a name and it's Fish. I guess for me, when I've done that in the past, blocking seems very dramatic and also like, oh no, what if the person does need to get in touch? I'm always going to kind of know what the number is. That's so that I don't reach out to that person.
So he should have just kept it the way it is, which is don't answer. Just have her in his phone
You
under
think
don't answer.
you think not having the number in, but you're taking it from I don't want to reach out to them. I don't feel like that was ever the struggle here. It was never like it says do not
listen,
answer,
Yeah.
Jax. It
They
doesn't
have
say
a-
do
yeah.
not reach out. It
They
says
have
do
a-
not answer.
They have a
That's a
history
good
together,
point.
though. I do see the idea of not blocking so she can still text if there's an emergency, if a friend of,
Yeah.
if they both knew someone who's in trouble. I
Yeah,
get the
I
not
agree.
blocking. I think the system works
Yeah.
with do not
System-
answer.
yeah.
You should just keep
It's
it the
worked
way
so
it is.
far. It has worked
But
twice.
the way
I
the
believe.
show was portraying it, deleting it was worse. And
Yeah.
I don't think it's worse.
Yes. Yeah. They needed to show that he had really moved on.
That's right. Yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
Which it was enough telling
That's right.
Hot Fish to skedaddle.
That's
I
right.
mean, we got it. We didn't even need that scene on the bench.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Dan?
I'm chicken because I am confused at the
About
level.
this segment?
No, this segment for sure I'm confused, but I'm also confused at the level of franchise that Frank Jr.'s establishment is.
Yeah, Mr. Chicken.
Like how many restaurants do they have? Like, because whenever you hear from the owner, it sounds like he wants to franchise. I'm just confused. Do you guys? How many restaurants do you think that they have right now?
They have enough to where he doesn't want to change, but not enough to where changing is impossible.
Jax?
Like at a certain point, no franchisee of a McDonald's
That's my thing
can
is-
be like, hey,
I'm gonna make the burgers
I'm
different.
gonna make the burgers better.
That's why I don't think it's a big chain. I think it's a small chain,
Regional,
but,
perhaps.
But it's still got to be big enough for him to already have money because you're not making money by people walking in the door. Nobody's coming. You're making money because of the sameness, as he argued. So, like, the reason people go to McDonald's is McDonald's in theory should taste the same here as it does where Jax is right now. It should taste the same everywhere. And also making things fresh is actually cheaper if it's not a chain. The reason it's cheaper to buy bulk frozen stuff is how much you're buying. Not that it's actually a lot cheaper for me to go to make a meal for my family to buy fresh ingredients than to buy pre-boxed ingredients because I'm saving a step. If I if I want to make Bran a nice steak, if I go to the farmer's market, it's going to be cheaper to buy everything I need than it is to go to the grocery store and buy frozen versions. But once you buy in bulk, then it does become cheaper. I just don't. But if he has a franchise that's as big as McDonald's or KFC, you would never let someone make the chicken differently in your establishment. Even if it saved them money, you wouldn't let them do it. So I just don't know. I just need some information on what's going on in there. The only way this makes sense is if he has delusions of grandeur, if he has 3 of these and wants it to be 3,000. And if that's the case, then he should just start making it fresh anyway. He should just do it anyway because it's going to save him money. It's going to make him more money. So I don't understand that plot line, and I don't think that the showrunners understand it either. They just need that rivalry back. That's my guess anyway.
We did it, everybody. Congratulations to us. It's time for Chicken of the Week. It's where we dive deep into the life of a chicken who has been submitted to us. hello@hallmark.com. Dan,
I love it so much. I love it.
Dan, who do we have today?
This week's Chicken of the Week is Curly, and in the subscript, the PS postscript, I think it's tough. The chicken wrote this. It was handwritten, hand scrawled, if you will. It says, "Don't call me Curly QGD it."
Yep.
Is what it says.
I said it.
Okay. Why shouldn't I call you that? And I won't. You wrote that out. I won't. You scratched it out. Chicken scratch, I would assume. I don't.
You think you're
Why? I just. it says Curly, I would just call you Curly. Why did you bring up Curly Q?
It's for friends. It's for friends only.
So your friends
Yes.
so what do I need to do, Curly?
Sir, you could call me sir.
You're a male chicken?
Best I understand. No, I'm a female.
Okay.
But you can still call me sir. As a sign of respect.
Sir.
Is that hard for you?
Sir, what do I need to do to become friends with you so I can then call you Curly Q? So who calls you Curly? If people that don't know you call you sir,
Right.
and people that are friends call you Curly Q, when's Curly used?
On holidays?
On holidays.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday was Labor Day. Could I have called
You
you
mean
Curly
2 days
then?
ago?
Whatever.
You dumb bee.
2 days ago, excuse me.
Yeah.
Sir, what do we need to do to become friends so I can call you Curly Q?
Every other week I have a gathering of, let's call them associates. We play games. We watch games. We're gambling.
Okay.
I'll get to
Is it all chickens?
It's all chickens.
Okay.
Occasional human.
Occasional human.
If you come to that 17 times in a row,
In a row? I can't miss one?
can't miss one.
There's going to be Christmas before then, Curly.
Mm-hmm.
Sir?
Well, that's one of our gatherings too, Christmas.
Well, sir, I think we're just going to have to remain acquaintances
All
there.
right.
There's nothing I can do.
If you too.
Chicken of the week, Curly Q. If you're friend, sir, if you're not.
That's right.
Thank you.
Good
so
guy.
much. Good girl? Good girl. I don't know.
Good chicken. Good chicken.
Good chicken.
Jax's
That's a
face through all of this
good
was
chicken.
fantastic.
We need everybody congratulations to us. Here's the good news is we're going to be back next week.
Here's the good news is.
Episode 5 of the Chicken Sisters are coming back for that. And of course, we're going to be back tomorrow with another
bet
episode.
it.
A September preview show.
What? Why? It's just groomsmen.
No.
Oh no, the birding! The birding is going to be adorable.
The
With
birding.
Andrew Walker and Rachel Boston, that looks like it is going to. Here's what that's going to be:
Uh-huh.
classic Hallmark, but elevated.
Elevated.
Yeah,
Elevated.
if you say
So
so.
coming back for that. Until then, maybe the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmarks of Bramble Jam podcast is produced by Aaron Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.